Anyway, now I don't think I have anything else I need to do on this day, except two things which I can do later in the day. So that's what we're going to do. I've slowed down time too, so I don't have to worry too much about time. So yep, we're coming here to the southern swamp. We're actually going to do our first gold sculpture house. And I'm thankful we're going to be able to do this one because my first randomizer, I never could get this one done because I couldn't get a reliable bug source. It was the seahorse, and you can only get that once in a cycle, so I was screwed out of ever completing it. Oop. Oh gosh. Such a big lag spike. Why? Why are you lagging? Take that, dude. Oh. You take 2 hits from the bubbles. Deku, I am disappointed in you. Just as I've been disappointed in the Fierce Deity so many times. But he's come through a lot, in a number of regards, especially in jumping. Like, that's the one thing I really think of Fierce Deity that actually makes him useful to have in an early playthrough, is his jump ability, because that is something that could break the game more than his lasers, which don't work on half the enemies. So it's the fact that he has a giant big Goron sword for a weapon, and then has such insane jumping. Now there is a torch here, right? Wait, did I ever pick up Deku sticks? I didn't. There's Deku Babas around here, right? I'm not crazy, am I? But there's one right back at the start, if I go and get that. Wait, is there an angle that I can shoot this from, so that I don't have to go back to the find its stupid Deku stick? This is the stupid temple all over again. The stupid temple. Not having any Deku sticks, having to go and grind out Deku sticks. Gosh, that was so depressing. Oh, it looks like I've got an angle. I can totally do this. Okay. Boom! Man, I am seriously impressed with how much better I am at shooting arrows on this thing. I have been terrible for so long. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll actually be able to do a first-person shooter as a Let's Play on here. First-person shooters were never really a thing for me, except it was more of my brother's thing, and there was one game that we would play a ton out of it when I was a kid, and that is of course GoldenEye 007, or 007 GoldenEye. Like, that for me was also like the definitive of violent video games that you're not supposed to play as a kid, but my brother was cool, and he always wanted to try and get me in to join his games, which is actually really nice. I actually enjoyed it because I got to play with him and his friends, and there were like 2 multiplayer games in my family growing up, and it was really 007 GoldenEye and Mario Kart 64. Those were just it for me, like in terms of multiplayer, like games I remember actually playing a ton of. Yeah, like I remember also just in GoldenEye, you know, when I was a kid, going into single player and just exploring the multiplayer levels, not even doing them for combat, just going into them and exploring them. So that's something normal people would do, is go and play a multiplayer game. I did the same thing with Star Fox 64, actually, when when you 100% that, you unlock the ability to run around outside of your cockpit. It's like only available in multiplayer, and I guess by the time I actually got that one done, I didn't exactly have many friends who were into Star Fox 64, so like I just remember doing that, and then, you know, taking it and running around, just having a blast. should I do all of these now? I know these two for sure. These two for sure have gold sculptures in them. I'm sure of it. So then there's two more, I think. Two more left that that have bugs in them, I think. Oh, I just need to make sure I don't go and grab one that already has one of the gold sculptures. Right, we have the song at least. That's a good thing. Do I need to be a Deku scrub? I'm going to be a Deku scrub just in case. Yeah, Star Fox 64, you can get to be out of your cockpit and run around. Yeah, I think Star Fox Assault was out, and I unfortunately never got a copy of that game, which makes me really sad, because I remember going to a friend's house and playing Star Fox Assault and multiplayer, and I saw the ability to get out of your ship and go get a different ship or a tank, and thinking that was the coolest thing ever. And once I realized that, and when I saw that there was a feature of that in, Star Fox 64, it got me really excited. And even though it's just a stupid little thing, it made it feel like going to the extra effort just to 100% the whole game. It felt worth it. Isn't that weird that, just getting the tiniest little reward that changes up the gameplay a bit, those are the things that I feel really made it feel like it was worth undertaking the journey. Like Super Mario 64, all you get is 100 lives, a slightly different triple jump, and the ability to fly around the castle. And you know what? That was worth it, because, like I said, one of the things I really love to do is just, like I said, in Majora's Mask here, like one of my favorite things to do was to roll around as a Goron. You know what one of my favorite things to do in Super Mario 64 was after I 100%ed it? Going into my 100% file, unlocking the ability to get the wing cap outside the castle, climb all the way to the very tip top, because that's something you can actually do. You wouldn't think that you could actually do it, but it is actually possible. And then just triple jumping from up there and flying at insane speeds. Like the kind of speeds you normally could only get if you were doing hacking the game or something to be able to fly extra far. It's just an amazing feeling, I found, just with little things like that when you 100%, where you can just... Like, the thing is like some games give you like an extra cutscene at the end of them. I don't feel like that really ever made me want to go for the 100%. The thing that really makes me want to do the 100% is a slightly different thing you get. Like some little reward, whether it makes the game super easy. Like, that's one of the things that they do with Majora's Mask that makes it worth the 100%. The Fierce Deity's Mask. Like, I mean, look how much fun I've had this playthrough with just messing around with that. I actually kind of wish that if you 100% the game, they had let you do that. They let you just use Fierce Deity outside of it. I mean, thankfully, due to emulators and cheating and stuff, or not cheating, hacking, you can actually do things like that, mess around with some super overpowered form, even though it's not really practical in a lot of cases. Just doing things like that is super fun to me. Things that change up the mechanics of the game, even though it's not really going to give you some new secret area where you can go and accomplish things. Just things that let you play the game a bit differently. Those are the things that I really love the most when you 100% a game. And it's something that I don't always see in some games. Like, some games you don't even need to have something like that. Like Earthbound, I remember, one of the things I love about that is you go out and you beat the game, and then after you've beaten the game, it's just like, hey, you know what? How about you go out there and explore the world, do whatever you feel like, and when you're ready, head home, let's wrap this up. like it's not like the game's over, but it doesn't have to be. It's like if you want to, you can take the slow route back home instead of just running back there to the ending. One other game, and I definitely know that Undertale was a game that went the extra mile to go and do that sort of thing with Earthbound. And, you know, for someone like me, that's the kind of thing I absolutely love in a game. That little ability to go and do something special at the end, it isn't really like any super cool gameplay or anything, just a little extra thing. Those are the things that really just make me love the games. And it's really helping me with doing this Skulltula house. I think I've got already a good chunk of them. I just need to now remember where the heck those last couple are, because there's just one more in here, and then I think I got all in the previous room, and then there's two more holes. Excuse me. There's two more holes, I think, and then we're done with this. Wow, last beehive or wasp nest, whichever you prefer, actually. Wait. Is there not a Skulltula? Am I crazy? I destroyed all the nests and there wasn't a Skulltula? That's not possible, is it? Did I miss it? Let me look around in the bushes here. Something's... That's not possible, is it? Could have sworn there was one more. Oh boy. Oh right, I forgot I didn't get the upgrade yet. Huh? What? What? I swear, there's one more in this room, guys. There should be one more in this room. I got 2, 3... I got 5. There! There he is! I knew you were in here, you bastard! Gosh, this sneaky little bastard went and fell in the tall grass when I wasn't looking. Also, if the music's playing, guys, I'm sorry, but there's no hearts nearby. So, here's the thing. I don't believe there's a gold Skulltula in that hole. I think it's just money. In these boxes, there's nothing. I already got the beehives up there. Are they back? Why are they back? Well, I'll shoot them again just for the sake of it. Oh, good magic. That's something I really need. Okay, so 7 more. 7 lousy spiders, and I have to hope that one of them, that I don't put the bugs in one of the wrong holes. Because I think that there's 26 that aren't in holes. Also, I have to be really careful here now, because if I can only take one more hit from these guys, and then I'm dead. That's a scary thought. Is there anything underneath here? I would use the blast mask, but I'm not feeling super confident about my abilities to not kill myself, so I'm just gonna see. Okay, sorry about having to make a quick cut there, guys. It's probably been just like a few seconds for you. It's been a lot longer for me. I had to stop in the middle of an episode, and then, you know, you take a long break, and suddenly you're like, what, 5, 10, we'll say 15 minutes into an episode, and you don't really remember too much about what you were talking about in the previous episode. So I'm sorry if the commentary is going to suddenly sound disjointed compared to what it was before. So, what was I even talking about? I was talking about, I think I was talking about, at one point, sort of like, what I love about games in terms of their endings and giving examples of that and such. Yeah, I think I basically covered everything I wanted to with that, so all we have to do now is just finish up this gold sculpture house, and I think we'll call that an episode there. There's only 4 more left, and oh yeah, I've been complaining a bit about controls. I actually took the time to look about some of my settings. I think one of the reasons why I was dying so many times to that one section there with the Deku sticks that I said I wouldn't mention before, but I think I have a reason for why. It's because I think I had... Oh, it's still there. I think I had too much of a dead zone for my settings, and it kind of screwed things up a bit. I think that's just part of how it works with this emulator, but the thing is that you need to have a dead zone so that the control, your aim doesn't go all over the place, but having no dead zone means you don't have just as low control. It's like a sweet spot, and I guess I'm still needing to look for it, but I think I've got it set up a bit better now. Okay, so... Oh, wow. I wasn't even paying attention to how fast this is going, but we just have the one more Skulltula to get. This should be it, just in this hole right here, and then we can find out what our reward is. Yeah, so I think this gold Skulltula house went pretty well. Didn't take too long. Got to talk about some stuff. Let's just ignore the fact that I just have 1 3/4 hearts left. Yeah, that's no biggie. That's no problem. I'm gonna talk to him as a human, just because I don't want to screw things up. Oh, I've been saved. I thought I was going to die. Here, he gave me this mask. He said it would do job. It did nothing. Here, you take it. And he gives us the land title deed. So finally we can go and actually give it to the Deku scrub in the swamp. Actually, this works out really well, because we're already in the swamp, so I think I could just go right there right now. If it weren't for the fact that it'll probably kill me to take the long way. But, oops, went and drowned. Must make it across. Oh, you see? If I still had my old dead zone settings, I bet you I wouldn't have made that. Okay. How do we feel about being ballsy today? What have we got? We got a bug. Got nothing else. I think we are perfectly set to make a run for it. And I'm going to... Hey, this might be a bad idea, but if I'm Fierce Deity, I can switch to Goron Link, then I can take my Ocarina out, and I can salvage this if this goes horribly, horribly wrong. Jump for it! No! Come on! Out of the poison, out of the poison! Oh, thank gosh. That could have gone a lot worse. Trust me. But... Oh, I guess one of the reasons why I didn't take as much damage as that other time is because, why did I not take as much damage? Wasn't it shallow enough that I could run through it? Was it because I was, rolling through it or something? I seem to... Oh, Fierce Deity. We can't possibly, finish an episode off without having one of these stupid things. You know what, Fierce Deity? Make it up there. I want you to impress me. You can do this. We're gonna... No, no. You said you could make it up there without the ladder. Let's see if you can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Dang it. Oh well. Let's... Won't use ladders. You won't climb. What are you good for except jumping? Yes, we'll just call him the Jumpman mask. How about that? Because that's all I really like to use it for. Jump sword. Sure. Why not? He could be Kirby's jump ability and sword abilities combined. Because Kirby does have a jump ability, right? Okay, and you want to open up business in the town, so... Watch him. He's probably going to give me something useless. Or maybe he'll give me another trade item. That would be useful. And... Oh, no! No! I didn't get my sword stolen in time. Oh, that's bad. Because now I need to do the Andrew... Well, you know what? I'll do the Andrew quest again anyway. That's actually good and bad at the same time. Okay, so... I know. I keep saying, oh, we're going to end the episode here. We're going to end the episode here. You know what? No. We're not ending the episode yet. We're going to get our sword stolen by the bird. And then we'll end the episode. Because I want to test my theory. I want to test my theory that if I have the sword out, he'll take it. Otherwise, no. That's what we're going to do. So I guess since I've gotten both my swords this way, that means I actually don't need to go do the sword upgrade? Right? Because I got my gilded sword from having it stolen. And I can get my razor sword now, also getting it stolen. So all I need to do then is get my other sword stolen again. Well, first I have to get it back, then I need to get it stolen. Actually, here. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Took the sword out, held it in hand, faced him, he took it straight away, no questions asked. So I think I can confirm it, guys. I think we can confirm that if you have the sword in your hand, he will actually steal it first every time. And hey, probably next episode, or one of the episodes down the line, we're going to get our sword stolen again, and we'll be able to confirm it yet again. So that's it for this episode, guys. You know what? We won't be able to get our sword back immediately because we need to do a couple more things. We need to do cafe, and we need to take care of some bandits that will be troubling one of our good friends. And hopefully we'll get something good for it. So thank you guys so much for watching. May you soar like the amazing falcons you are, and have a wonderful day. Peace out.